For centuries, millions of Africans suffered in silence, a dark chapter of history rarely told, when vast numbers of Africans were taken and enslaved across the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Asia under the Islamic slave trade. Over 1,000 years, around 140 million Africans fell victim to this ruthless system. The scene opens with a sun setting over an African village. Families are going about their day, children running, women working, and men preparing for the evening meal. The atmosphere shifts when a caravan of slave traders appears on the horizon. Fear begins to spread as men, women, and children are forcibly gathered and shackled. From the 7th century to the 20th century, the Islamic slave trade captured an untold number of African people. During the height of the trade, vast desert caravans would raid villages and transport enslaved people across the Sahara Desert. Those unlucky enough to survive the harsh journey were taken far from their homeland, locked away in foreign lands. The scene transitions to a caravan crossing the hot, unforgiving Sahara. Hundreds of enslaved Africans are being led by traders on camels, walking under the burning sun with barely any food or water. The landscape is harsh, and faces are filled with desperation and fear. Once they crossed the desert, they were auctioned off in the bustling slave markets of Morocco, Cairo, and Istanbul. Many would never see their homeland again. Islamic rulers of various empires, from the Abbasids to the Ottoman Turks, relied heavily on the African slave trade to maintain their dominance. Africans were forced to work in plantations, homes, military camps, and palaces. The image shifts to an opulent palace with African slaves working inside. Some toil in the fields under the sun while others serve the elite. A powerful ruler lounges on a golden throne, receiving reports from his generals while slaves kneel nearby, waiting for orders. Through their labor, African slaves helped build grand empires, but at the cost of their own freedom and humanity. As the Islamic Empire expanded, so did the scope of the slave trade. It reached into East Africa, West Africa, and across the Indian Ocean,